video intro. I still haven't got the audio working, so it'll probably just be video. All right, welcome to Two Brothers Gaming, and tonight we are playing Cyberpunk Red. So that's right, folks, the full core rules, we finally got them, and we are going to play them tonight. So we're picking up in our Night City Knights campaign, and with me are my brother, the other half of Two Brothers Gaming, Doug, who plays Eric, and then Sam, who is playing Wolf. So, Doug, do you want to just quickly tell us a little bit about Eric?
Sure. Eric is a former police officer gone private, private investigator who sometimes has a tendency to bend the rules, hence he's not really in the force anymore. To compare him to Michael Chiklis's character off the Shield as my inspiration. That's kind of his deal. He is partnered with, of course, Sam's character. So they've been working together for some time, and they're on a case together now.
All right. And Sam, how about what's Wolf like?
Yes. Wolf is also a former police officer who has since left the force, having been dismissed and discharged. I drew inspiration for this character from Full Metal Alchemist. So he has a super chrome right arm and a super chrome left leg. And he likes to bring the people's elbow down on people who are getting in the way. Otherwise, he's just a simple man making his way.
Very good. All right, and so a couple of things. So, like I said, we are using the full Cyberpunk Red rules, so we've adapted our game. We are also using the character sheet from High Shelf Gaming. So they put together, and we're going to test it out a little bit. So we might see a couple of bugs pop up here and there because it is brand new, and we're going to help provide some correction. But we are fully embedded within Roll20 and using that character sheet. Additionally, you may see some tokens. We have a couple of tokens created by Devin Knight at Immortal Knights, who was created a couple of awesome ones. So we'll probably end up seeing those. Doug, I think I gave you the little bit of like opening read.
Yep.
All right. Why don't you give it to us?
You did?
Yeah, in Facebook Messenger.
Really?
Yeah, it was a while back.
Hold on.
No worries. Oh, and by the way, Cyberpunk 2077, the video game that was inspired by Cyberpunk 2020, is coming out this week. So quite excited about this. And this is a tabletop role. This game, Cyberpunk Red, takes place about 32 years prior to the events in 2077. So they are connected for anyone that is curious. And so the original game, Cyberpunk 2020, came out in early or the late 80s. And it kind of is kept to its existing timeline, so it does have a difference, which I think is great. So, all right, were you able to find that, Doug?
I'm ready now.
All right, go
I
for
did,
it.
yeah. All right, here we go. I've never seen such a bloody mess. Our job was to find her. We did. Her boyfriend slaughtered in his con-apt Japantown. And some lyrics from a band all the way back in the 20th century scrawled across the wall in blood. At least that's what Wolf says. Figure with his chrome arm and leg, he knows what he's talking about. The cops, I don't think we're done with this. Not by a long shot.
All right. So, do you guys want to? Do you recall all the events that happened from last session?
We went on a nice like Bruce Willis montage from Sin City where we tracked down. We met a client who was looking for his daughter. Got into a bit of a tussle with a local cop. Followed up on their lead. Came across this grisly scene. And I think we left just as the cops showed up and we were laying into them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and so one of those cops is a person by the name of Xerxes Kenosi, and so I'm going to show you a picture of him here. What Xerxes looks like, and he basically shows up on the scene and is wants to make sure wants to ask you some questions. So a couple of other cops around. And he says, so what is going on? And by the way, you found the lyrics from a band in the late 20th century went by the name of AC/DC, and you were able to find that there was those bloody lyrics scrawled in blood in the room. So Xerxes is like, so what's your guys' angle? Why are you here? Don't worry, I don't think you actually did anything here, but I need to ask you the questions. You know the routine, you're cops.
Is it routine to ignore a suspect's last known location?
Look, I don't need you questioning me about our practices. I'm asking you how you found them, right? And is this the scene that you walked into? Did you touch anything? You know the drill. So
We were just here for a leisurely stroll.
Eric, I never liked you.
I think what my partner is trying to say.
Yeah, what's he trying to tell me, Wolf? Huh?
Go ahead, Sam.
I think what my partner was trying to say is that we were hired by a client to find this particular victim here, and that he was totally going to tell you the truth and not try to BS his way around things here, because we were once cops and we know how this works.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't sit here and insult us like we're some street crime bums.
I'll insult you as much as I want to, Eric, and you can't do jack about it. Who is your client? Which
Privilege information.
Which of the bodies is the person you were looking for?
Sorry, officer, do you have a warrant for that?
Oh, you're gonna do that, Wolf? All right. Look, I can make it tough for you. I can make sure you go downtown, that you spend a little bit of time in a room where we can talk, and I have to write up reports. You know how long it takes to write up reports. You could be there all night, or you can answer my questions now, and you can leave at a reasonable time of day.
That depends, Xerxes. Would Odessa be there?
What do you
Oh,
want with
sorry.
Odessa?
Maybe you call her Mrs. Bassett or ma'am.
Odessa? No. Odie, no. Why do you want to talk to Odie? What does she have to do with this?
Maybe you ought to be asking her questions.
We weren't suspects here.
You aren't suspects, but you're material witnesses who need to either talk to us or we can just. That's it. All right. And he kind of gestures outside. I take them down to the precinct station, put them into a room, and we'll talk to them in a bit. All right. So you guys want to be a pain in the ass? Fine. And he turns in and walks out. So. All right. So, do you guys go cooperatively?
I think this is an opportunity, Wolf, for us to get a little bit more information, find out what the cops know.
Right. Yeah, I'm fine with going cooperatively.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna offer my arms out to be handcuffed.
Yeah. They one of the cops, the patrolman, not Xerxes, kind of looks at you, and shakes his head, and is like, "No, I'm not doing that, man. Just go." So.
Damn, thought I was gonna break me some cuffs.
So yeah, so they kind of escort you out, take you to the precinct. They they don't split you up. They're like, they kind of like whatever. They put you in a room. One of them says, can I get you a drink or something or anything? Coffee. Bad coffee here, but I can get you that if you want some of that swill.
Coffee'd be great, thank you.
Yeah, remind us of the good old days.
All right. Yeah. Hold on. So, he comes back with a couple of recycled paper mugs with coffee in it, sets it down, tosses a couple of creamer and sugar packets down, and says, Xerxes said to make sure you wait a long time. I don't know if you remember me, Wolf, but we worked on a task force together for a little while, and I always liked your approach. So, is there anything else I can do for you while I'm here? Because Xerxes is going to be the ass that he is, and try to make life uncomfortable for you. Not that he has anything, just he's going to make it bad. So whatever I can do to kind of help ease that, I'm willing
Oh,
to.
look, Wolf, you got a fan.
Well, I mean,
Cute.
I'm sure you're aware of how I left then.
Yeah, I'm aware. And a lot, of course, the rumor mill is pretty active. You know how cops are. You can't not talk about anyone else's business.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I mean, do you have a few minutes? Do you mind if you just keep us company for a little bit?
Yeah, no, I don't mind. So he sits down. He's got his own little paper cup of coffee. He sits down and yeah. So hey, yeah. So Wolf, obviously I kind of have heard what happened and how you left, but why don't you give me the straight shit? What really happened, if you don't mind.
No, I mean, the long and short of it is follow the rules and don't get involved with an officer underneath your command. Especially if that officer happens to be working with the drug cartel that you're trying to take down.
Yeah, that is a good rule to follow.
Yep.
So yeah.
Sold me out.
What can you say? All right. Hey, So I wasn't at that. I wasn't at the scene where you guys were at. What did you find? What did you see? What they bring you in for?
They just wanted to have a couple of minutes of talking with some professionals.
They
Yeah.
obviously are consummate professionals.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Guess is they were wanting us to do the work for them.
Oh, Xerxes wanting. Was it a Xerxes case? Is that why he's honked off at you?
Well, let's just say we weren't as forthcoming as maybe what he obviously thought that we should be, and just to flex his muscles. You know how he is.
Let's just say that the inspectors at Scotland Yard aren't really what they used to be.
Were they ever? All right. Well, I probably need to go do some paperwork myself. So,
Before you leave,
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
You guys seen any grisly scenes with old song lyrics show up?
What was that? Where you were at? Was there
Just something we came across recently. Just seemed a little bit too much of, too much of a trend, or too much of something to be just a one-off. Figured maybe there'd been a series, and wonder if we were looking into some of the same stuff.
Yeah. Hold on a second. So he steps outside the room really quickly, and you see him in full view, but he actually reaches around the side, and you know that he's turning off the camera and audio that is recorded from the room. And he closes it back and comes in, and he's like, "Man, I didn't come across it, but they say Odie that she's got somebody else who left some weird lyrics or something behind at a killing. Some guy got his arm stripped off him, his cyber arm, man. It was like stripped off of him, and it's like really like gruesome. Like they found him like in a ditch in Arroyo, man, at the edge of the city. But that was a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, that's maybe we're talking about the same one here.
Yeah. I mean, Odie's got it. So I know you were in Japantown. So shit, that's too. I mean, that seems really weird that there would be like some two killings with song lyrics. I mean, this one was like written in blood and stuff. It was really weird. Yeah, but Odie, like she's got it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen how Odie handles some cases. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, she's not the best, but she's not an asshole like Xerxes. So, jeez.
He's adorable. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Why'd you leave, Eric? Why'd you leave the Force for?
What have you heard?
That's classified. That's what they keep saying. They'll have to kill me if they tell me.
Yeah, I got a paper. Sorry?
They'll have to kill me if they tell me. That's what they say.
Sure. Oh, I don't know. I filed this work comp complaint because I cut my finger on a paper stack. like that too much.
All right, Eric. All right. I need to go, guys. Good luck with Xerxes. Here's my number. This is where you can reach me at if I'll be here for a while. If you need a refresh on your coffee or something like that, just let me know and I'll get it for you. All right. So, all right. Talk to you guys later. So
Nice to see you again.
yeah. So take care, guys. So he kind of heads out, and he gives you a thumbs up before he flips back on the recording, and so you're being recorded again.
Look at that, Eric. They remember us.
That's swell. Wave. It'll be in my memoirs.
Maybe I should have asked him for a deck of cards.
I'll probably consider you dangerous with that. I use the old lawyer ploy. What do you think? Should we call our lawyer?
Do we have to?
No, probably not yet, but I like to be threatened and bullied by Xerxes.
What do you think about calling our buddy Piers?
That's an idea. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Think they've told him yet?
I don't think they're that smart to figure that
Yeah,
out.
I was gonna say, you know how these all go. Want to make sure that you almost have the killer in tow before you announce that you found them, especially to a corporatist. Big old corpo finds out that you don't have the case solved yet.
So what you want to do?
It's our phone call. We could.
Yeah, you actually still have your agents, so your devices. They
Do
take that
okay.
over
They
from
haven't
you.
like locked down or anything like that.
No.
Let's call Piers.
Okay. He answers almost immediately. What's going on?
Mr. Piers,
Yeah,
do you have a few minutes?
I do.
Are you sitting down, sir?
Hold on. You kind of hear some shuffling. All right, I don't like where this is going. I'm sitting down.
I take it you haven't been contacted by local police?
No.
Damn it. Eric was always better at this than I am.
She's dead.
We have some bodies. I'm afraid it is a gruesome scene, and I can't tell you how sorry we are about not being able to get to them in time.
Ugh. When you hear a glass crash on the floor, presumably where Piers is at, and then you hear some sobbing, and it goes on for a little bit, and then you hear kind of somebody picking up the phone or the phone and being like, "Do they have who did this?"
They have us, sir.
What do you mean?
We came across the body. We called it in. They have us at the station.
To question us some more.
Don't know anything yet about a lead on any culprit, but sounds like there might be this might not be a one-off killing.
You,
Don't have details yet just on how many of these there have been, but it sounds like it might be a serial killing.
all right. What precinct are you at?
Not sure which one.
You're in Japantown. You can just tell them which one you're at. You know which
Oh,
one
okay.
you're at.
Okay.
Or
In town, sir.
yeah,
All right. All right. I'll call you.
if there's any way that you could pull an Odessa Bassett on this case instead of the Xerxes asshole that we have on here now, pulling those strings might help us along here.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll get back to you in a few minutes.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's kind of, it clicks off. And a few minutes go by, and the door kind of like flies open, and Xerxes walks in. And he's like, "You assholes," he says. "I won't forget this. I always thought you were assholes when you were here. Bigger assholes now that you're out." And he walks out. He doesn't even give you a chance to say anything. And outside, you hear him. He's like, "I guess you got what you want, Odie." And he walks. You then see Odessa appear. So just a reminder, this is what she looks like. So, but yeah. So she says, "So you decided to pull some strings, huh?"
Be sitting in here alone.
Yeah, we're just a little lonely.
All right. All right. So it seems like you're wanting some information, and I'm supposed to give it to you, whether it's I agree with it or not. So let's cover this. The old man hires you to find his missing daughter. You find her chopped up, dead with her boyfriend in Japantown. Got the summary of it?
Close?
I mean, I think we oughta revisit the timeline here. When was the first police report filed for this missing person?
It was filed. So it was filed. It was 4 days ago.
Okay. Well, we were hired yesterday, and otherwise, your timeline's correct. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Here we are, all caught up to you.
All right. Well, I don't think you had shit to do with this. Xerxes just being an asshole. So I don't know why Piers is pulling strings. We need a little bit of time, obviously, to investigate what happened to his daughter before we can, hand him a perpetrator who did it. So.
What is this? People seem a little on edge here. It seems like crime is very similar to others recently.
What do you mean? What? Who's blabbing?
See, you're the one who's supposed to answer our questions, Odessa. We don't have to answer yours.
Huh. All right. Yeah. So if what Xerxes showed me as being at the crime scene is in the indicator, there's a killing a couple of weeks ago that was similar. Guy by the name of Kevin Jostovich was the Vic. worked for Biotechnica. Found him in a ditch in Arroyo. His arm was stripped from him. Yeah, he was dead. And there was a bloody handwritten lyrics on a next to his body. Let me show you what that is. So you should see that on Roll20 now. So, it, can you read it? Okay.
That song's called "Hurt,"
Yeah.
about a heroin addiction.
We've got some edgy Cromer after some gear.
You know, could be. We haven't been able. We haven't been able to deal with the situation necessarily. So we know his arm was stripped from him. It got installed at a legit ripper dock. Not any upscale mall like Cyberdock, but one that's got a license is capable, that kind of thing. But it popped up downtown. A guy named Cutter. Talked to him. He doesn't know anything. He says, but the trail runs cold. I mean, we've checked Josephich's timeline. Guy was a small scale worker, small time worker at Biotechnica, not a big honcho, nothing of power or anything like that. Seems like he was probably a random Vic and chopped up. I mean, the doc that installed the device on this new person thought it was legit. He had no reason to suspect it was wrong. It was stolen. And at the time, the lyrics didn't. I mean, we just thought the lyrics was some sort of incidental, nothing that necessarily related to the crime itself.
Been reported missing prior?
Yeah, he didn't show up for work. It was like, I think they finally noticed after him not being there 3 days. Tells you that they didn't really know what he was working on anyways, if they didn't know he was gone for 3 days. So,
I mean, we have song lyrics from almost 100 years ago.
Well, yeah. Now
you got there, but the what I don't get is what's the connection between the cyber gear theft at the first killing? There wasn't any cyber gear gone that we could tell at the apartment.
Yeah, there was.
We didn't really have the opportunity to either.
No, there was. So the boyfriend had some, some special, devices implanted that are gone.
Yikes.
Yeah, called Mr. Stud device. I think it was probably pretty painful.
We have a missing arm and a missing stud.
Yep, and now 2 places with lyrics attached. So obviously, first time weird 2 times. I mean,
His death was the first that you have found out so far?
yeah. Well, Kevin, that Vic, we found him, a few days ago, and then Tanny, she's number 2. That seems to has this lyric and some sort of cyber gear being stolen or taken off. So, yeah, seems like we have a pattern, which until tonight we didn't know.
Victims have anything in common? Did they go to the same cyber tech?
No, I mean they operate in completely different circles. But we haven't had enough chance to do cross-referencing really. I mean, I would find it weird if they had any connection or any common areas that they were going through, simply because, I mean, well, look, the guy that hired you is obviously able to pull weight. Kevin had nothing like that going for him.
You have access to Kevin's file?
Yeah, I can give it to you. Don't want to, but doesn't seem like it's my decision anymore.
Your best shot at stopping a serial killer. I have to. What were your best shot?
Yeah.
And there's no like resurgence of zombie activity, huh?
No.
Not that those nihilists had it wrong, just
Yeah, no. Nothing like that. All we've got are 2 bodies, and if I guess the latest thefts could show up at some other Ripper Dock. So they, obviously they're going to that lower level cyber installer, not going to a more legit high end installation facility. So they're able to launder it some way in.
Please have access back to the original, to the crime scene we were pulled away from, so professionally.
Yeah, I'll let you go back, and I'll let you know.
Complete autonomy.
And I'll let you. I'll tell you where we found Kevin too. It was outside, so it's probably not a lot left there. But if you want to go there, you can, and I'll give you his files, and I'll give you the address of this cutter guy. So.
Anything else, Wolf?
not yet. Still thinking this one out.
Odessa, keep your phone handy. I'm sure we'll be contacting you again.
Hey, look, I'm not even gonna break a door this time.
Thanks for that.
I forgot about that.
All right, I'll get you out of here. So yeah. So basically, she escorts you out and gets you out of the precinct. So she provides access to the files. It's a copy, so it's not clearly she pulled them out of the police servers and just gave you a copy of them. So.
Oh, that's the first smart thing she's done all night.
Took a little push.
Is there anything unusual in these files, Patrick?
Nothing that seems particularly unusual. doing a kind of a scan of the reports and whatnot. The one of the things that you do notice is based off of kind of just your own experience and whatnot. They were kind of easy on Cutter. They actually have some leverage on him. He's not as upstanding as Odessa kind of made him sound. He's got a little bit more of a checkered past, so his license is legit, but he's been cited for some inappropriate purchases, buying off some black market reuse kind of stuff. A couple of patients that died under his care. They could have used a little bit more muscle on him, but they didn't for some reason. The file on Tanny that they have is, it also appears pretty standard. It's got a little bit more detail. They clearly were paying a little bit more attention to the fact that it was a more executive person that had some influence. But yeah, there's nothing particularly unusual about it. So they didn't make a lot of headway in trying to find Tanny. But it also doesn't look like they tried too hard confirming your earlier suspicions.
Well, maybe we need to do a visit to Cutter then first.
Yeah, let's have that taxi bring us over to him first. Or is he still at the station, or is he gone now? Is he let out?
Yeah, sorry, who do you want to see?
Cutter.
Oh, no, Cutter's. Yeah, he was never at the station. Like they went and talked to him like days ago. So
Got it. Yeah, maybe I agree, Eric. I think we pay our friend Cutter here a little visit on our way back to the crime scene.
okay.
Good.
So
Yes.
yeah, so just so you know, this here is Japantown. So this is where a lot of happened. This is where Peters lives, up back here. Your place is over here. Cutter is downtown. So this is the old. It's rebuilt, the new Corpo center. So a lot of the major corporations are here. This was also where the original Night City nuke went off, so it's been all reclaimed and that kind of stuff. In 2023, I think is when it went off. So we're obviously a ways away from that, but yeah.
Can you? Okay, right there.
Yep.
Perfect.
So do you still want to go to Cutter first?
I mean, if Odie's picking up the taxi tab, then yeah.
Okay. All right. So bring your tokens out. So hopefully you'll be able to see those on the screen. So there you go. All right. Yeah. So yeah, it's basically the guy is pretty inventive. It's got Cutter's cyber installation on a sign just outside of his door, and it has a kind of flickering neon light that says that he is in a store. So yeah, And by the way, I'll just mention that this is a lion banner map that I'm using. So, and
So are we kind of in an alleyway?
Yep. So yeah, he's off the.
Let's go for a stroll, Wolf.
Yeah, he's off of the main road a little bit, and kind of is down a kind of an alley. Kind of smells a little bit. Some trash, nice. Nice.
It's probably Wolf.
Yeah, probably. that burrito.
Alcohol and bad aftershave.
Yeah, that burrito he ate. So.
Yeah. I told you not to eat the street burritos.
Oh, a little bit of that one hurt.
How you lost your arm?
That is not how I lost my arm.
All right. Yeah.
So I think I'm at the.
Yep, you are. It says open. It's got most of the O is not lit, but the PEN is. So, but it says he's open.
Oh, buzzer there.
Yep.
Is it? Can we just walk in?
You can just walk in. So there's you see a gentleman, kind of, it's a fairly standard kind of Ripper Doc kind of setup. He's got a table where he does his surgery, plenty of the tools of the trade. You see off to your left over here, there's some waiting area, and behind that there's kind of like a wall that has like encased in some glass a variety of arms and eyeballs and legs and different devices and stuff that can be installed. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, I like that, I want that installed, kind of thing. So and
It's like is that like a wall divider?
It's really just kind of just a set of lights on the ground. So it's kind of little LEDs. So it's very low lit kind of place. So
it's good for medical practices.
Yeah. So he's got a big light overhead that if he needs. So over in the chair where you're actually having the work done. So he says, customers. So he kind of walks over to you. How can I help you? So and he's dressed in sort of medical garb, and kind of bloody. So imagine, if you will, the doctor from Minority Report that replaced Tom Cruise's eyeballs, so he wouldn't be recognized. So.
Dr. Cutter or Mr. Cutter or Cutter, I assume?
People call me Cutter. Just I wouldn't. I don't think I can legally say I'm a doctor. So I'm licensed to install cyber gear, but probably shouldn't go so far as to call me doctor. I don't want to get in trouble with the law. But yeah.
Well, we're not law, so
could use a little bit of a tune-up.
Yeah, well, you got some beautiful chrome there, and I like how you show them off. Yeah, do you want me to do some tune-ups?
Patrick, I'm going to run something by you before we
Sure.
get into this.
Sure.
If he starts working on my arm, is it possible to activate my taser?
Yes, I will say it is.
And kind of use that for some advanced interrogation?
I deem that appropriate and acceptable.
Okay. Yeah, I took a few bullets a few weeks back. Just want to see if there's any damage. See how these kinks work out, and maybe you can buff it out a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Now, I knew you were gonna say that one. Buffer out.
Stuff it, Eric.
Yeah, I absolutely. So I like to be upfront with my customers, though. I want to make sure that I'll take a look at it, but we're going to start off with, probably, €25 bucks, just to take a look and see what's there, and then, I can tell you how much it's going to cost to kind of do the rest of it, and you can tell me what you do and don't want to do. So yeah, just come on over.
What's your credit policy?
I don't take credit. So, I mean, if you got your bank's credit or whatever, you can just pay me. But, with that, so,
You ever have somebody who comes in, wants to pay for something, but doesn't have the credits? Then, you say, okay, well, you just pay me on the side, and we'll get it all worked out here.
No.
Some of these bigger guys you can't say no to.
Well, I have measures to kind of protect myself, and I learned a long time ago that I'm not a charity. So, if I need cash to do the work.
Yeah. Here, just some questions. You can take your cash.
Yeah. Come on over. I'll get you hooked up. Connect you to the computer and take a little bit of a gander and see what's up there.
Yeah, sure. We'll sit in the chair.
What were you saying, Doug?
Asking if Cutter had any coffee.
No, people have asked me that before. I guess I should probably have some coffee here to
Something stronger.
Yeah. You know what? You seem like a great potential customer. So yeah. Hold on. So let me. I got something. So he kind of walks back here to kind of a desk area, and pulls out.
It's a drawer.
Yep. Pulls out a bottle, and pulls out a glass. Kind of got water spots on it, and he kind of takes part of his sleeve and kind of rubs it clean. Says, "Oh, that's okay." Twists it off, and pours you some stuff. It's clear, and he kind of leaves it there and puts the bottle back into the drawer. Yeah. Help yourself.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I of course still, because I'm working at I don't do that while I'm working, so
Yo, Doc.
Yes.
He's not paying you.
My friend needs some coffee too.
Look, you're gonna pay me. We're gonna sit there. We're gonna just let me take a look at you, kind of see where we're at, and kind of what services I can provide for you. So no need to get upset.
Yeah, forgive my friend Cutter. He's had a rough day.
Oh, I understand. I understand. So yeah, come. Please have a seat.
Other customers today, Mr. Cutter?
Oh yeah, yes. Earlier today, I had a couple of customers. Yes. All right. So
It's good to be busy.
He pulls a computer over, and says, "All right, I'm gonna. Do you want me to do the leg or the arm first?"
Let's do the arm first.
All right. So I'm gonna hook these wires up, and hold on. So he kind of hooks them up, standard kind of stuff. Starts running some diagnostics, and he looks over at you, Eric, and he's like, feel free to take a look at at what I got over there. If you want anything installed, I'm more than happy to do it. So he looks at you, he says, "Oh, okay, yeah. So it looks like just software recalibration and some. Oh yeah, We'll do a software update. Looks like you need that one, yeah, I can buff it. Yeah, I think this is maybe like you seem like a good guy. Another like 25 euros, you know, Eddie's would be fine, and I'll take care of that. So
Sure. Let's go ahead and have you fix up the arm, and then we'll go to get started on the leg.
all right, yeah. So he types some stuff into the computer, and starts running. He's like, "Wow, this is some nice quality material that you've got here. This is a good arm, and um, wow, I certainly wouldn't want to get in a fight with you, sir, with that spike hand and taser. So yeah, sir, can I?" He looks over at you, Eric. Is anything I can help you with and stuff?
Oh, I'm more curious about some of the. Where can you point me? Is this what you have in the arms section here? Is that what you got, or is there others out here that maybe for the general public?
You know the you put out the nicest looking ones that you have, but I have some other inventory. There's I can pull there's a drawer over there to your right. You can pull those out and take a look at them and kind of see what else catches your fancy there. Yeah, so.
Cutter, I'm gonna, we'll cut to it here a little bit. Looking for some less than standard alterations. If you can pick up on that.
Um, if you, I'm sorry, I'm a legitimate businessman, sir. So do you mean like, yeah, for the ladies? Is that what you're talking, or the men, if that's your that's your that's your thing too. So
Really doesn't matter to you now, does it? But yeah, say I was.
Yeah.
Where would I go?
Yeah, well, you, I can install that if you'd like. Certainly, I have several models here. Sir, he points at you, Eric. He says that those are a couple of drawers down.
So I'll open them and take a look.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that you pop it open. It's it's a variety of Mr. Studs. Some of the older models, some of the newer models, various colors and that kind of stuff.
Wow, Wolf, this is some primo stuff.
Yeah, anything look like it's new
Oh,
or recently acquired?
Oh, but to be fully frank with you, that to keep my prices competitive here, and nothing's new. These are recycled items. Everything in my store. So,
Yeah, I thought so, Cutter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's perfectly legit. It's completely perfectly safe. So no worries. These have all been refurbished. So.
I would like to do that thing now.
Okay.
Light them up.
So yeah, you zap him, and he's like, how long do you want to do it?
Let's go like 7 seconds.
Okay. So
Damn.
he drops to his knees and is like
himself.
And let's go. He's like, and he stops. He's like, hold on. What is going on here?
Does the name Kevin mean anything to you?
No. Okay, Kevin. No. Wait.
Some smelly the feds dug up a few weeks ago?
Wait. I had a couple of cops come and ask me about some poor guy that was unfortunately was killed, and I think his name may have been Kevin. Is that what we're talking about? They
Yeah.
said I wasn't a suspect.
Let me remind you, Cutter, we ain't cops. I'm going to give him another little 2-second jolt.
Okay. What do you want
I'm
from
not
me?
a cop, and my patience is thin.
Um, what do you want from me? I don't understand. So he kind of steps back. You're unplugged. You're still plugged in to the computer, but he kind of steps back. He's like, What do you want?"
Is there a way that I can like rip it out myself?
Yeah, you can pull it out.
I'm going to pull it out.
Okay. Yep, you do. You're. It kind of goes momentarily like locks and then comes back. So you pulled it out during mid software update, so it's reverting back to its previous software version.
Sure.
Snap out my baton.
So there's no need. What? Just tell me what it is that you want.
Trying to track down a couple of people.
Okay. He's
all right.
You can see it's like sweat proof, beading across his forehead.
So when I asked you earlier about credit and about what happens when people can't pay, my question maybe should have been, who do you get your cyberware from?
A variety of sources. So not just one place, but a variety of sources. Most of them legit.
I can't imagine you do the killing yourself.
Oh no. Killing? Oh, some people. You think they're killing them for the cyber gear? I just install. I just try to find competitive prices and install stuff, and I try to make sure that they're from, I guess, people that don't want those parts anymore and upgraded or naturally died.
I get it. Man like you doesn't want to dig too far. Doesn't want to find out real answers. Afraid he might have to answer some questions.
Yeah. I don't like to answer questions. Makes me nervous.
I don't like to break fingers either. I'd be a surgeon.
Well, I would prefer you not do that. If
for some answers,
I'd hate. I don't know what you're looking for. Okay. So I got for the arm that I got that they said that belonged to that Kevin fellow. I got that piece off of. I sometimes get a source of items from a gentleman. Hey, it's gonna sound bad, but his name's Goliath. He's he kind of provides me some material. So sometimes, but I legitimately thought it was legit. I had no idea, but you, I don't think you want to. Yeah, Goliath. That's where I got it from. That's all I know.
How often does Goliath pay you a visit?
I visit him. Probably a couple of times a week to see what he's got. So I don't always buy from him. I'm not obligated to buy anything from him, but I like to see what he's got because sometimes he has good stuff and good prices. So
maybe you ought to change your pants and we should go take a visit to Goliath.
Oh. Great idea.
Okay. Okay. He likes to be told where he likes a bit of forewarning before I visit.
You better give him a call while you're changing.
Okay. All right.
Very convincing. Be very convincing.
Okay. All right. So
One more thing, Cutter.
yeah.
You tell him, warn him of something. Cut your balls off.
Okay. Boy, you're really
So, is there like a scalpel nearby?
Oh yeah, there's lots of nice materials. Like
Pick
that.
one up off the surgeon table.
Okay. All right.
I think my buddy Eric is gonna accompany you on your little errand here.
Okay.
I love car rides.
All right. Are you going with him?
Yeah, no, I meant Eric should accompany him to make the phone call.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know he just picks up his phone right there. So.
Like I said, you might want to change your pants too. I doubt Goliath likes the smell of piss.
Yeah, I probably should change. So yeah.
Have some in the drawer over there with the arms.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So he makes a call, and you kind of hear, you just hear one side of it, but it. He's like, yeah, I kind of curious about some items that you have. I'm trying to get some information so that I can take a look at. I've got some clients who are asking for some stuff. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You do. Okay. Yes. I definitely would like to come and visit. So, yeah. So. He turns around and says, "Yeah, Goliath says he'll meet us tonight. He says he's at his normal location, which is a bar. So,
All right.
those two.
All right, Cutter. We'll be back tonight then. What time you leaving here? We'll meet you at the door.
Well, I'll leave here probably in about an hour now, I guess.
Well, if it's only an hour, I mean, Eric, what do you think? Should we kill some time with our new friend here?
Absolutely. I'd love to get to know him better.
He audibly kind of sits down. So
I'm gonna leave him like 150 euro bucks on the table, the operating table here.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Now, I think you ought to finish what we started here, and my buddy Eric is gonna, make sure you're not messing with me.
Yeah. Of course. All right.
Mess with you in what way, Wolf?
Try and revert my software, or
That'd be
I don't know, whatever the deckheads do.
Yeah.
Okay. So after a few minutes, the door pops open, and in walks somebody that you recognize Eric. He used to work on the task force with you, and he's kind of one of the people that got messed up because of your activities, and he now works for. Doesn't work as a cop anymore. He works for the city. And as you recall, when you rolled up your life path, somebody has quite a bit of muscle to kind of throw at you. And they walk up and they enter, and they're both armed. And they say, Eric, Xerxes said you would be here.
Really? Name. What round reference?
What the?
His name? Since I know him. What's his name?
Oh, his name is Jansen.
Jansen? Did you say I know the other guy too?
No, you don't know him.
Jansen. Long time. What brings you here?
Yeah.
Not Xerxes' watchdog, are you? I mean, that guy's a douche.
I don't work with, as you know, because of you, I'm not on the force anymore. So,
Neither am I. We're actually making private sector wages now. This is amazing. I'm so happy for us.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not.
If you want to say your thank you, that's a great place to start. I mean, you're welcome.
No. I'm afraid that I finally get to settle scores with you. So you messed up my life, and I now have a chance to really kind of see the look in your eyes when I fuck you over.
Oh, okay. You sound like my ex-wife, the third one. I've heard this before. I mean, if you're trying to intimidate me, clearly, have you ever heard of the people's elbow just between you and I?
No. And you know what? It's time to, I
want to have a tickle fight, or you want a fist fight?
Let's actually use the reputation rule. So see if he stands up or stands down. So, so in your character sheet, Doug, you'll see on the character down at the bottom middle, you'll see reputation.
Sure.
So, and your reputation is 3. So, basically, what we're going to do is you're going to roll your cool. You're basically going to click that button. Oh, we did. Right? Oh.
The reputation one that says.
Okay. Yeah, so it says that. So basically, so that's your cool. When you click that button, it's your cool plus your reputation, so the 3, and then a 1d10. And so you're going to roll that, I'm going to roll that, and whoever ends up better is either going to have to back down or take a -2 to any future actions made against this opponent. All right. So the loser has the option of backing down or taking a -2.
The 1d10 is built into the face down roll?
It should be, yes. So you should be able to just click that. All right. So I'm gonna roll.
Select correct formula.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna roll this person's D10. Explodes. What's the second D10 give? Oh, even with that, only a 13. So
Enough.
he is. He kind of stares down, and you kind of stare down. You kind of he's gonna back down, but I like for you to narrate kind of a little bit of what it is that you're doing to kind of get him to back down.
What's on this table right here?
There is a part of a cyber arm, and then there's what looks to be like a very sort of big clipping item, a kind of pair of like surgical, something that you would use to like cut a bone off, and break a bone in half.
I've got the baton in one hand.
Okay.
Pick up the arm in the other hand. Gonna kind of put them together. Tink, tink, tink. Stare at him like tink, like cowbells.
Okay.
I keep walking towards him.
Okay. All right. And he says, "Okay." He kind of raises his hands up. He's like, "All right. I'm gonna just take a step back here. Just remember,
And you
Eric,
threatened me first.
Just remember, Eric. You pissed off a lot of people. You upset a lot of people.
Sure, I did.
I'm not the only one looking for you. I'm not the only one who's gonna want to take you down. And next time you see me, it may be more than just the two of us here talking to you. All right."
Mind leaving your business card?
Yeah. Fuck you, Eric. And he leaves. And they step out.
Limping at all? Is he like? What's his like? Did he sustain any injuries?
No. It's just a reputation. It's just a mental face off. And he backed down. So you mentally got him to back down.
Living rent free.
Yeah. Right there. So
He feels so owned right now.
So the doctor Cutter is like, "Okay, all right, the update's done. I'm gonna unplug." And he unplugs it. He's like, "Okay, I think your updates are finished."
Appreciate your work.
Yeah. What? I don't want to know. Never mind. I don't want to know what that was. And he kind of starts mumbling to himself. Okay. All right. So basically, he kind of at this point in time, he's like, "All right. So the hour is up. So we need to go and visit Goliath." So yeah.
I gotta say, Cutter, I was wrong about you. I'm sorry for, the force that we used.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I just kind of want to get this over with. So. All right. Yeah. He really likes the what's called the industrial bar. So that's where he likes to hang out at the industrial. So we can go there now.
Yeah, I don't think we should all go in together, though, right? Like, maybe we should go in and go sit down, and then you should go in. Or maybe I'll go in, you'll go in, and then Eric will come in.
Yeah.
I'll just go in. Go ahead, Patrick.
No, go ahead.
was gonna say I'll go in with Cutter.
Okay.
All right.
I
I'll
could
go in
play
ahead.
one of his clients that's really looking for something particular.
All right. So this is so basically you go and head over to a place called the Industrial, and it's kind of a tavern area, and yeah. So how do you kind of want to approach this situation?
What time of day is it?
It is now about probably like 1 a.m.
Oh hell yeah! I'm just gonna walk in and kind of make eyes with whoever's behind the bar and kind of try and get their attention to order a drink.
Okay. So that is easy enough to do. So there is a bartender who is serving drinks. There's also like this kind of like these mechanical mechanisms that are pouring drinks and whatnot. But there is also a human bartender back there, and he kind of sees you and walks up and says, "What do you want?"
Take a double of Stoli and a glass of hot water on the side.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he provides that pretty quickly, efficiently. Is pretty generous with the pour. So
There we go. Hey.
This is why I like going. This is why I like human bartenders.
yeah,
I'm gonna give him a generous tip.
okay. All right, and of course you got the
I'm gonna
music
dump
in the
this.
background. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna dump the Stoli into the hot water and take a sip.
Okay. All right.
That's terrible. I'm not gonna lie. So bad. Awful.
Oh, it really opens you up. Let me just say that.
Waif it there. Like your pores.
Yeah, it's a good way to become inebriated very fast.
All right. So I don't know if anyone can hear it on the stream because I don't know if that comes through. I will have to actually check, but I'm using tabletop audio music. He's got this cool cyberpunk bar. Hopefully, Sam and Doug, you can hear it.
I can't.
On
Oh.
120?
I hear it.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Punk jazz.
Yeah.
David Brubunk. Punk.
All right. So, yeah. So, how do you? So, do you? What else do you want to do, Wolf, before Cutter and Eric?
Is this? I'm gonna make my way to this table over here that seems unoccupied.
Yeah.
And just sit.
Okay.
And then face the door.
Okay. Now you do notice there are a number of gentlemen standing around. They seem to have some kind of clubs in their hands and or kind of strapped to their bodies. They've got some cyber. They aren't as cool as you, Wolf, with the chrome, the super chrome, but they do have some full metal arms and legs. You do see a woman up here that is nursing a drink, and then you see a very large gentleman seated at sort of this round table, and frankly, he looks like he owns the place. He's like kind of sitting there like he's the big shit. So
Mark, sorry, can you mark the big man again? Here? Yeah. Okay.
Is there like a way for me to send a drink to the woman at the table?
yeah, you could either do it like from your place where you can connect with your agent and just order the drink from the bar and a drink will go over, or you can get up and talk to the bartender to do it.
Looks like she
No.
loves tap water.
Yeah, I think I'll get up to and go to the bartender and do that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll just send her like a whiskey sour or something.
Okay. All right. So he says, "All right. So I'll make that happen." So
I'm gonna tell him to tell her that she doesn't. It looks like she's trying to make that one last, and as long as I'm here, she doesn't have to do that.
okay.
For the love of.
Just trying to make some plausible deniability for us being here, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he goes and gives her a drink, and you see him kind of point back at you, and she takes the drink, lifts it, and kind of winks at you. So, nods her
I'm just gonna sip my drink here and not respond to it.
Okay. She looks like maybe she's a little disappointed, but she goes back to drinking her drink.
Wolf's like.
I'm on a job.
Sorry, yeah. Okay, Inspector Gadget.
All right. Are you ready for the doctor to come in?
Do it.
All right. He comes in, and he starts to head towards this the large gentleman. And as he approaches, this guy comes over and says, "Hold on," and he runs a scanner over the doctor. And the doctor, you hear the doctor say, you know me. He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm going to check you every time, like I always say." And then he gives a thumbs up to that guy, and it kind of retreats just a little ways, and the doctor comes over. So, what was kind of, I presume you gave some sort of instruction to the doctor about what you wanted him to do?
I think we're looking for an introduction, don't you, Wolf?
I was just hoping to observe, and then we can, I don't know, maybe even just provide the doctor with like some leading questions, about to ask him about if he's come across any, I don't know, fancy, any specialized cyber gear. If you catching it, I'm wondering if they're not leading a scam where, they this guy goes and collects cyberware from what Cutter has installed and then resells it.
Right. Maybe an idea, maybe something like a question like, I don't know if Goliath knows Kevin got killed personally or not, but if he knows that the arm that was stripped from, if he knew the model or knew that it was sold to that guy,
Right.
I'm wondering if it could be phrased to something like, that model arm we sold to installed on that one guy. I'm looking for a few more of those. That I don't know how to phrase that question, but
yeah,
Something to that effect.
Okay.
Something like that model. My client's looking for a duplicate for the other arm.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so the doctor kind of he's talking, and you can actually hear him above the music. So he's clearly raising his voice a bit, and he's like, so you know that,
Obviously.
huh? What?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, he's like so that arm you gave me, a couple of weeks ago, that I bought. Yeah, it was good quality arm, and I really would like another one, and the client is a matching pair. So, um, do you have any access to those kinds of another kind of arm like that? That you don't often have those. Goliath is like, that was a one item kind of thing, but I'm sure I could find you something that's pretty close. You know, um, there's plenty of items like that. Does it have to be that exact model? And the guy, so the doctor's like, just that kind of price, and that kind of provenance. So, and the Goliath is like, provenance? Why are you getting all fancy? So, uh, look, the normal fee, and you can have what you want from my collection. So, um, and I've gotten some new pieces recently. They're always coming in.
So he's not like Light does not appear to be like larger than life character, so to speak. His name is based on his portly shape. Seems to be like almost business like, not
Yeah, this
feel
guy's just a
like.
fence.
Yeah, and
Seems like he.
that would be an accurate reading.
Like
Yes.
a go between.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the woman is.
I'm actually gonna get up and go and meet with the woman and just introduce myself and ask her if this seat's taken.
Uh, oh, it. I. I'm. My name is Jesse, and no, the seat's not taken. My friend wasn't able to meet me tonight.
Name's Will.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for the drink.
We could have another round of those if you're after it.
Uh, of course, I would love to. But I would. Can I buy you a drink instead?
I'm gonna throw my hands up in the air, like, I mean, yeah, I guess if you're, I'm not gonna say no.
Oh, oh wow! Thank you. So, yeah, what is it that you do, Will? And she raises towards the bartender.
I'm just gonna say, mostly investigative work, a little bit of muscle.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. Here's your drinks. Heads back. What kind of investigative work?
Oh, mostly just small time stuff. Somebody's kid went missing, or they had an armed burglary and they want to track it down. Usually it's just a friend that they want roughed up.
Oh, oh my. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say. I can't say I condone violence myself. This is making me uncomfortable.
You realize what kind of place you are in at 1 a.m.
Well, like I said, my friend didn't show up, and I've never been here before, so um,
That dude at the table behind us literally said loud enough for the entire bar to hear that he was looking for cyberware parts. You don't think that that guy at the table is a legitimate dealer, do you?
um, I was trying not to pay attention.
Oh,
Um, I, you're scaring me.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll pay you for the drink and I'll head out on my own.
Yeah, I'm leaving now.
All
I
right.
walk over to Wolf. Will. Ma'am, is this guy bothering you?
Oh,
Pal.
so while the woman's still there, you walking over. Doug, while the woman's still there, you're walking over. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he is
Bothering
bothering. He is bothering me.
Bud. Hey, Bud. Go outside and look at the concrete wall, okay? Get out of here. Bothering this lady, and I hate to bust some bones out of your face or something scary like that.
What's going on
Taking
here?
the drink. I'm taking the drink with me.
What's going on here? Come on.
Not making you any better looking, but good luck to you. Here. Oh, this guy's just drunk. Get out of here.
I'll go outside and stare at the wall.
Okay.
Not really though.
Don't lick it.
I'm gonna look at the door.
Hot water.
Look, I don't like the looks of you. Why don't you clear out?
Me? And this other guy.
Look,
I just got here. I don't like the way people treat women, quite honestly. That guy just had too many drinks. I'm just gonna. Would you? I look at the woman. I'm like, you mind if I sit with you, just make sure that guy doesn't come back?
oh, she left, man. She booked it.
I thought you said she was still there.
She was, and then while you were talking to Wolf, she booked it.
Wolf, I guess you got your mission.
Yeah, I'm going to follow that woman from a reasonable distance.
Okay.
These gentlemen are asking me to leave.
Yeah, and they're pulling out their kind of some baseball bats. They're like, you
Hey,
need
guys,
to get out.
okay, I'm sorry for trying to help somebody.
This
I
is
turn and I start walking away.
okay. And they kind of
Oh,
Start walking away. I'm gonna walk. Walking past the doctor, and I'm walking past Goliath, and I say, "You come in here, you hear about getting great deals, and the next thing you know, you're getting tossed out." And I'm continuing to walk out.
as you're walking by here, Goliath reaches his arm around and grabs your arm.
Oh,
What deals are you talking about?
oh. This is not important since I'm being kicked out. There's some upgrades, man. Jesus.
And he
Up with people these days.
he kind of says, well, hold on a second here. You don't look like a typical person that's trying to install cyber gear.
Typical? That's supposed to mean. I got money, and I thought that was probably the way to get in, but apparently I look a certain way. Sorry, bub. Sorry to... I don't know who you are.
No,
Maybe
look-
I got bad information.
Look at the
Good night to you.
look at this guy shitting his pants in front of me. He looks like a doctor, right? He's got the scrubs on. He's got the gloves. Guy can't even take those off to come visit me. So,
Homeless.
all right, get out of here.
Okay. Me or him?
To you,
The doctor or me?
to you.
Right here?
Get out of here.
Like you wanted to talk to me? Okay. I'll go to your competitor. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Pulling under my breath like souls or something like that.
Okay. All right. So why don't
Pretty well, don't you think, Sam?
What's that? That went well.
Well,
Oh, yeah. It went great. It went real good.
need some hot, tepid water.
are you trying to be stealthy and following her?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you go to your sheet and under skills, I think it's under body skills. Yeah, you'll see stealth.
Yep.
So
I have no stealth, so this will be great.
yeah. So 15. Oh, I didn't mean to roll all those. Wrong. Never mind.
Oh wait, did I get a critical? Hell yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I got.
Sorry. So you got a critical. So roll another d10.
I think it already did that. I think it added the 4. Add 4 to the roll.
Oh yes, it did. Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. Off
it's
the.
neat.
Okay. So yeah. So you're able to beat her. So you remain stealthy. Since Eric, since you're a little bit further behind, I won't require you to do anything yet. So you follow her, and she kind of comes out, and she flags a cab down.
I'm gonna get in the cab with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what are you doing, Eric?
I'll get another cab to follow behind.
Okay.
Flag one down.
Okay. So you, so Wolf,
Possible.
yeah, yeah. There's enough out around that you can probably flag one. It may be a little bit behind, but it shouldn't be any problem just to keep up with it. So, yeah. So you slide into the seat next to her as the cab door is closing, and she like screams like, "What? What do you want? I have money. I can give you whatever I can give you."
I'm gonna put up my non-chrome hand,
Okay.
and like as a silence kind of thing, like a stop, and then pull up my PI credentials and hand it to her, and say like, "I'm sorry about lying about my name."
Okay. She looks at it. She says, "Oh, okay."
I'm investigating the death of a woman whose body was found in Japantown last night. Just have a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
Okay. And she kind of, her demeanor changes a bit. She's like, "What is it that you want to know?" And the cab starts to pull away and drive through the street.
Were you really meeting a friend in there, or was the friend already there?
The friend was already there.
Do you own that establishment?
No, that's just a place that we operate some of our business out of, and I think you already know what that is.
I do. You're right. Just have another couple of questions about where that gear comes from. I know it's not something that it's super glamorous to talk about, but just trying to track down this young girl's killer.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, the doctor was asking about a fellow arm, and I think I know which one he's talking about. That is, we get some of those parts. There's a group we get it out of from Pacifica. Frankly, they're kind of a bunch of bad motherfuckers. Not people I really, really want to mess around with. They go by the name of the Escatons. Fuck me if I know what that means. But they sometimes need some support from me, and so we exchange goods. So, yeah, that's where that came from, and they've had a number of parts in the recent past, and we've kind of found a mutually beneficial agreement.
If I were looking for, some of these acquired pieces, is there any way that I get an introduction with them without getting, torn for my own parts?
It's possible to get you an introduction with them. It won't be, but it comes at a price.
Yeah, everything always does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought our drinks and small talk covered that.
Yeah, but you slide in the cab and continue the questions has altered that arrangement.
Water?
What's that?
It's getting a little chilly in here. I want some hot water. I'm not gonna let this go. I'm not gonna let it go, Sam.
Oh gosh, what do we call that? It was a drink we had in college because obviously it it opens it just you just inhale the alcohol, so yeah, not something I would recommend for the taste. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't know. Let's see. Gonna ask her about if she's heard any rumors about a possible serial killer on a rather gruesome one.
Yeah.
Not that killings don't happen all the time, but if there's any that have generated specific interest.
No, nothing that I've heard of. There's probably a half dozen, psycho serial killers running around Night City at any given time.
You familiar with the Chrome scene?
Enough to know that occasionally when some parts come available that I have buyers for them.
What about music? I'm talking like chromatic metal. Anything any context there?
I'm not a big fan of that. I kind of I like the new wave jazz that is around more recently.
I'm gonna tell her that about some of, or I'm gonna tell her some of these scenes they've come across. The victim's blood is used to scrawl out lyrics from old like we're talking like the roots of chromatic metal. And watch yourself.
I that's very disturbing.
The precincts don't want you to know it yet.
Okay. Is there a way I can reach you? One, to get you an introduction to the Escatons, and also if I find out or hear anything.
I'm gonna slide her a business card,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be sure to point out that which client number is my personal one.
Okay. All right. I'll get in touch with you in 24 hours about how to get in contact with Escatons. And I want to warn you, be careful with them. I think they're nuts.
Yeah, I think I will believe you on that.
All right. I think that seems like a good place to stop,
Wolf.
gentlemen.
Will.
All right. So yeah, we'll call it a session. So thank you both for playing Cyberpunk Red. So very happy and excited to have this. So
Yeah, thanks. This is fun. The intrigue. You got me.
excellent. Yeah. All right. But no, great job role playing, guys. Last session. I gave you. I went ahead and put it in your character sheet. I went ahead and gave you. Let's see. 5 improvement points. So I'm giving you another 5 improvement points for that, and I'll let you know offline how you can spend those, and the cost for kind of improving your skills and stuff. So cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna take this to the outro here. So thank you for watching Two Brothers Gaming and us playing Cyberpunk Red and our Night City Nights episode. So excellent. And we'll see you in probably a few more weeks for episode 4. So as we continue the investigation.